just when you think that gacha games have hit rock bottom, you realize that, hey, you're at the top of the mountain and there's so much further that gacha games can drop. And that's what we're gonna go ahead here and take a look at today. This right here, I am genuinely so glad that I didn't do a dedicated video on this, and that ultimately I chose to drop this before I wasted any more time on it. If you have, I genuinely and wholeheartedly feel so sorry for you. Also, you might have noticed, but I changed the settings for my microphone, so hopefully this part of the video sounds better to you. Unfortunately, the next part won't, but moving forward, hopefully all audio sounds like this does. Let me know if you prefer the audio sounding like this, or if you prefer the audio sounding like it does in my react that happened on stream. Haikyuu Fly High pull rates are the lowest I've seen in a while. I remember playing this game, chat. I remember I streamed this game very recently, like into last week. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do a dedicated video on this. I'm gonna do it as part of my Player Pass video series. It's actually a pretty well-received series. Yeah, my Uma Musume Player Pass got 23,000, Ethereal Restart 10, 13, 11, 11, 24, 17, 11, 16, 10, 25, 17, 11, 43, 61, 39, 20. So like this is all incredibly well-received. People really enjoy the Player Pass series because it has my brutal, honest thoughts. And I thought to myself, you know, I could definitely do a video on Haikyuu Fly High. But if y'all remember, when I streamed it, it was one of the most abysmal experiences I had had in a gacha game to date. Genuinely, to date. I had not played a gacha game in the last year that bored me more than this game did. And that is because I don't like basketball. That is why. You mean the basketball gacha? That is exactly what I mean. Yeah, that fucking basketball gacha game. Yes, where you hit the basketball over the net. That basketball game. That one. That drove me to near insanity. That one. The cricket game. I mean, it might have been cricket. I don't remember. I tried to mentally block that experience. I'd love to say I played the game, but you know what? I would not even call it playing. I have had more fun playing with myself, or no, playing by myself in an empty room than I have had playing Haikyuu Fly High. So I chose not to. And judging by this thread, which goes on to state that these are the lowest pull rates they have seen in a while, it's probably a good thing. Yeah, what? No, playing by myself in a room, not with, by myself. I meant playing with nothing, not playing with anything, but by yourself, okay? Don't be weird, don't take this out of context, okay? Relax, chill. Okay, let's see what these pull rates are. Recruitment chances by player rarity. Oh my God, are you kidding? So I just want to point out, right? I hate when there are such varied rarities in gacha games. I like, you know, like R or N, S, SSR, right? I like 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. I don't want 5 rarities, 5 entire rarities. You like playing by yourself? I mean, sometimes, sure. So when there is a UR rarity in a gacha game, that immediately makes me in my mouth a little bit, because y'all are trying so hard for that extra few dollars. N, 63% including pity, drop rate 70. R, 21% and then 23% drop rate. SR, 12.5%. SSR, 1.83, base 0.90, rarity UR, chance including pity 0.99, drop rate 0.10. That, what is N rarity? So imagine the worst unit possible, right? Right? A character that, you know how in gacha games have undetailed units that don't actually have a face even? They're just a blank image. Well, that is what an R rarity unit is. An N rarity unit is just a picture of a background without a character on it. Yeah, that is what an N rarity unit is. But the UR rarity, the unit acquisition for a UR rarity character, is 0.1%. 0.1. Not 0.5, not 1% or 1.5. 0.1. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. Am I getting out of touch with current gacha games? Or are these pull rates as low as they think they are? 0.1% on a premium banner for a unit that still requires at least 2 dupes to be solid, and 0.2% for a memory card. Basically their equipment. Wait, oh, here's the gear. Here's the gear banner. Oh my God. There are 3 rarities for gear: blue, purple, red. 0.2% chance for the gear banner. Dude. Oh my God, what are they thinking? That is fucking insane. Chat. That is wild. Genuinely, man. Holy. Yeah. So we all dodged a bullet. Yeah, you've seen 0.75 and 0.5 and never 0.1. So, okay, he said, am I out of touch with gacha games? Right, let's take a look. Wuthering Waves gacha rates. What are the rates in WoWa right now? Wait, okay. Wuthering Waves gacha system has a base 0.8% to attain a 5-star character. 0.8% chance, okay? Just below 1%. So here you have 0.1. Here is 0.8. That is, oh, like, I mean, brother, come on, that's a huge difference. Okay, let's check Genshin Impact gacha rates. 0.6%. Holy shit, wait, Genshin's rates of unit acquisition are actually lower than WoWa's. That's obnoxious, man. How's he gonna support devs? 0.1% still higher than 0.01%. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's check, what are the rates for Nikkei? Nikkei is a 2% and 4%. Okay, right, I remember the rates for Nikkei actually being really good. 4%, 2%, yeah, so Nikkei's rates are actually insane. But I think for Pilgrims, if I recall, for Pilgrims, the rates are actually lower. What's another big one? Arknights. Arknights gacha rates, let's see. 2% for 6-star. So Nikkei and Arknights are 2 to 4%. WoWa's 0.8, Genshin's 0.6, this is 0.1. Check Zenless, 0.6%, so exactly the same as Genshin, the same rates as Genshin. So I'm gonna assume here Honkai Star Rail is exactly the same. But this right here, 0.1, this is like, these rates make any Hoyo games rate look generous, like genuinely generous. How horrible is that? That's crazy. Oh, check Fate Grand Order. Fate Grand Order's gacha rates are 1%. So there is not a single gacha game out there that's lower, out of the big gacha games, that is lower than 0.5, okay? And this is 0.1. They think they can charge people money, real money, for a 0.1% drop rate, chat. Come the fuck on. This is why gacha games are failing left, right, and center in the year of 2025, chat. This right here. This is not okay. This should not be supported. This is absolutely disgusting. And this is why this game is about to end of service. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.